welcome to my channel. If it is your first time here, I am so glad you are here. This channel is dedicated to pretty much travel tips and working trips that I take as a flight attendant, sometimes fun trips too, and a few other little scattered things in between. Sometimes I have workout videos, but that's just kind of an add-on. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would subscribe and click the little bell. I upload on Mondays at 3 p.m. Every Monday at 3 p.m. I upload something new, so make sure you're the first one to find out by hitting the subscribe and the little bell.
Flight 527 ready for departure.
Hey you guys, I am on reserve. I'm in Oakland right now. I didn't get called today, so I'm just sitting here trying to think of things to keep me busy. So first thing I want to do is share some grocery store finds with you. So number one is this. It's called Chipotle Bitchin' Sauce. It is a dip, and it is made out of almonds, and it is so freaking good. I can't even begin to tell you. So this is just at the regular grocery store, not Trader Joe's or anything. And then the other thing, I'm gonna try this with you. It's called Jose Cuervo Margaritas Sparkling Rosé Margarita. So let's try this together, shall we? What are you guys drinking? All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, it tastes like a margarita, but it's like a little bubbly. Not very bubbly. I hate when they say things are sparkling and they're like barely, but it totally tastes like a margarita. It is a little sweet, not gonna lie, but cheers. All right, I'm gonna put that aside for now. Try that. There's a regular version too, like just the regular margarita version. So anyway, I'm in Oakland right now. I am on reserve. I did not get called today. Chances are slim that I'm gonna get called tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm number one for one day. I have one day available, and I am contactable between 3 a.m. and 11 a.m. So we'll see what happens, but I might just be going home. I spent a lot of money on hotels. I hate that. Okay, so anyway, I had something that I thought of that I really wanted to share because somebody was asking me, and they actually posted a video of mine that I made, and I was thinking, gosh, that was kind of like 2 months ago, like so much has happened. So I think I'm going to share some tips with you. Now I have some notes that I'm going to be looking at, so if I look down a little bit, I apologize, but I want to make sure that I say everything that I need to say. Okay? Okay. So recently I've fielded quite a few questions and messages from friends and family who have either made plans to travel or they want to make plans to travel. I thought I would compile an updated list of do's and don'ts for air travel. And many of these would apply to a road trip as well if you want to drive somewhere. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. Many people want to travel. It's summer, it's cheap, people miss their family and their friends, and I mean, let's face it, we've all been under seclusion for 3 months, maybe more, and we want contact, we want to interact with others. So I have 4 basic do's and 4 don'ts for travel based on my experience at work in this last month. I'm going to put links in the description relating to everything I'm talking about so you can get the best information possible. I'm going to start with a don't. Don't go. I encourage you, try not to go anywhere. The more people you're around, more large groups you're in, the more chance there is to spread the virus. Okay, I realize this may not be realistic, and I'm actually being a little bit sarcastic. After all, my paycheck does come from people wanting to travel and people going places. But it might just be better to wait it out, wait a little bit. So that being said, use common sense, consider these guidelines, the rest of the do's and don'ts if you do decide to travel. All right, do your research. for wherever you want to go before you book. For up-to-date information and travel guidance, check the state or local health department. So just use common sense and consider these guidelines consider these guidelines that I'm giving you if you do decide to travel. All right, so first do your research. So research wherever you want to go before you book for up-to-date information and travel guidance. Check the state and local health department where you are going to be along your route and your planned destination. While you're traveling, it's possible a state or a local government may put in place travel restrictions such as stay-at-home orders or shelter-in-place or mandated quarantines upon arrival of a state or even state border closures. So plan to keep checking for updates as you travel. You would really hate to get to your destination and find out the only place that you could eat is McDonald's and you have to stay in your room or you're going to get fined. I've added a link in the description that will help you research this. All right, do pack your own hand sanitizer and wipes. This is something that everyone should do anyway, long before COVID-19 showed up, but here we are and we've all learned a lot. Pack enough alcohol-based hand sanitizer and antibacterial wipes with at least 60% alcohol content and keep it within easy reach. And TSA has approved a new exception to their liquid rule. It's usually 3.4 ounces, but everyone is allowed to carry up to 12 ounces of hand sanitizer in their luggage. But be sure to remove it before you go through security so they know that that's what it is. Do bring face coverings to wear in public places. I know this is a tricky subject and I don't want to get into the mask debate at all, but most places are requiring them and it's just better to err on the side of having it and wearing it than to not be allowed into somewhere that you planned on going to. I think it's safe to say that everyone would rather not wear them and employees would rather not be the mask police. Trust me on this, I've had to be the mask police. So just wear it when you're asked to, and don't forget to cover your nose too. You know, you breathe in and out of your nose. So next up, do follow the guidelines set in place at airports, on aircrafts, and in hotels and restaurants without complaint. Distancing, face coverings, reduced seating, electronic menus, and directional arrows for which way you're supposed to walk are just a few of the protocols put into place by businesses to help control the spread of the virus. All of them are easy to do, and there shouldn't be any reason to give an employee a hard time. Everyone wants to stay open, and the decrease of the positive COVID tests will ensure that happens and hopefully quicker return to some form of normal. Can we say kids in school? All right, so here's a few of the don'ts. Don't abandon your own personal guidelines. I spoke with a mom who's embarrassed to make her kid wear a mask in public to keep him safe. He was asthmatic. No one knows you or your reasons for wanting to wear a mask or follow protocols. So don't feel bad for doing it. We're all in this together, and you should never feel bad about wanting to keep your family safe. Don't argue or make things difficult for employees. Everyone wants to get back to work and stay at work, and everyone's just following state guidelines, and making them feel bad or arguing about it doesn't change anything or make the situation any better. So be kind, be understanding. All right, one last one. Don't try and police others. It's not your job to check on others for how they behave. If another customer is doing something that's directly affecting you, by all means, speak up respectfully. I happen to love the 6 feet distancing in lines. I can't stand when people are all up in my business when I'm waiting in line, and I hope it stays like this forever. Before this ever happened, I would always be asking people if you could back up just a little bit and give me some space.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up.
But I'm not going to call down 3 lines and say like, hey, you guys aren't distancing. Like, what are you doing? So I would say stay in your lane, and as this little one says,
worry about yourself. Worry about yourself.
all right, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope this was helpful to you. Feel free to reach out in comments or email me if you have any other questions or information that you would like about traveling safely. I will help as much as I can. And I hope you guys have a great day. Fly safe.